All right, so I got here Walmart clearance. There's a bunch of cables. They have their 6 footers with the braided thing for $5. This is a 10 footer, and I think this was $7. This is the Onn. Generally, Onn is junk, but this is your rubber 10-foot lightning cable. You can check your Walmarts there. There's the UPC. The Onn OA, that 19 is year 2019. This is the interesting thing. This is saying sync and charge cable. A lot of these cables don't run all the wires through. So all they will do is charge. When you go to plug this into your Apple, into your PC or whatever, iTunes might not work with it. It might work with it. In order to do an iOS update, restore, or anything to do with the firmware of the iPhone, iPad, iDevice, you need a cable that is running all the correct wires out the USB. If you don't, your installation of the firmware is going to fail with these weird errors, and you'll be like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Well, it's almost always because you're using a cable that is not correct. It'll work for everything else except for things like that. And you'll get like the 1003 error, I think it is. You'll get weird errors as it gets to the modem firmware update or things like that. It'll just like oddly fail with these weird errors. You'll Google it and you're like, oh, there's something wrong on my phone. No, it's the cable. So they're claiming sync. I'm wondering if they actually are connecting all the wires or not. It's best to, when you buy like a new iPhone or iPad, it's best to take that OEM cable and just save it, because when you need to do firmware or get your phone out of brick mode and things like that, you need an OEM cable that you know is running all the wires 100%. It'll save your life and time. Believe me. Always save that OEM cable and just use these garbage ones. So anyway, let's see if we can get this out. I'm hoping that's sync. And the only way for me to check that is actually try to do a firmware update on a phone, which I'm not going to do. Or something like that. Jailbreaking. If you're doing jailbreaking, you must have an OEM cable or a cable that you know is fully wired and not Chinese wired. You know what I mean? All right. Say no Velcro or anything. Let's see if this thing is sturdy. Zip tie. Like a lot of the other ones, the 6'5", those are like the braided, and they're easier to bend. Let's see how stiff this is. I mean, this seems good. It doesn't seem that bad. Sometimes a 10-foot long run is bad for like sinking and stuff. Huh. This seems like a good go. You know what I'm saying? It seems some good quality. It's not binding as I'm doing this. I mean, it could knot up if you're being stupid and just yanking on it. But it's stiff enough where if it throws a knot up, it's not going to be a permanent knot. Huh. All right. 10 foot is pretty freaking long, bro. All right. No. Another minute and it's at 51%. Wow, this is charging quick. Wow. Damn, already at 2%. Yeah, all right. So this cable is doing its job, and this is doing its job. Yeah, I love these for $11. These are $11 clearance, and fell out again. That's got nothing to do with device. It's my plug is the fins in there aren't tight, so a cable just falls out. All right. Well, this is definitely a buy, and this cable, I think this cable was $7. 10-footer. If you want a 10-footer, definitely worth it. Now?
Yes.
Let's see.
Move those sticks out of the way.
You don't need to move those sticks. Oh my God. You did this when you were little. Just jump, you freak. You jumped off your friggin' house.
No, I did.
Oh my God. Really? What happened to you?
I just went on the roof. I didn't
Just
fall off the house.
jump. Jump. Oh my
I'll
God.
do it again, bro.
Really? Are you going to stand there for an hour before doing it again?
No.
Oh. Because you saw you were just nuts? Oh, look, it's like nothing now.
It's so fun. I can do this all night.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm too scared to do that. What's this called? What's this called? What is that called?
It's called coding.
What?
Achak, achak, achak,
It's
achak.
lichen. Watch me get that wrong.